Alright, well, I'm Justin, and
I'm Troy.
yeah, and we're going to be working on demonstrating how to perform a level loop by using surveying equipment. Okay, so for our final project, Troy and I decided to do a level loop survey. And basically, a level loop survey here, as it says here, is taking a known elevation and comparing it to our own elevations that we took in the field, just to make sure that where we started at one point, we're going to make a circle basically and take elevations, and then from those elevations we should end up at the same point, and our calculated elevation should be the same. And then the materials that we ended up using, we're going to use a leveling rod, a measuring instrument, a tripod, a measuring tape, and a rag tape. And the shots that we're going to take a backside and a foresight, and we're also going to take rod shots of monuments that we see in the field.
So first we're gonna calibrate the leveling instrument. So we gotta use like a plain color notebook to make sure the crosshairs is clear. So we just put it in front of the camera, and then we rotate this crosshair knob to rotate until you see the crosshairs is like clear. Okay, it's clear now. And then we gotta take off the notebook, and then using this the focus knob to see that made the background is like clear as usual. So I'm gonna rotate it. Okay, so now background is clear and we are ready to roll.
Alright, so now we're ready to take our shots. So I'll be taking the rod down to a distance where Troy will be shooting it from here, and he's going to be looking at through the instrument and looking through the crosshairs, and he's going to look for wherever it's hitting on the rod, and that'll tell us what elevation we're at. And then from there we'll do calculations later to ensure that we are at where we are. So now that we're done taking our first foresight shot, our backside shot, we're going to move the instrument, and we want to be really careful when we move this. So you want to make sure that you have all your legs together and that you hold it like this, because you don't want this to the side, because there are glass prisms in here that if you turn it upside down, it's going to break the instrument. So you really want to make sure that this is tight on there, and you hold it like this, and then we walk over to the next shot. So now I'm going to take a shot where Troy is, and he's taking a rod. We're taking a rod shot right now, and a rod shot is, we're taking a shot of a monument that's not going to change, so that we know when we're doing our calculations of where we were, and if we need to come back, we know where we can take a shot.
And now I'm gonna adjust in the rod to make the point to that adjusting to look to it.
Alright, so now we're back at our original spot, and we have all of our elevation shots. So now we get to go calculate our elevations of where we took our shots and make sure that it adds up to where we first started. So after Troy and I took all of our shots using the instruments, we wanted to create a table to show the calculations of how you know if we were right at getting our elevation to where we first started at our known elevation. So our known elevation was 312.84 feet, and we took our first backside. Here is our column section for all the points, and here is our column section for all the backsides, all the foresights, the rod shots, and our elevations. So we took our first backside and we measured that to be 8.025 feet. So then we add that backside to our known elevation, which is 320.865 feet. And then from there, we took our foresight, which we measured to be 2.19 feet. So we're going to subtract our foresight from our calculated elevation of 320, which gives us 318.675. And then we took another backside, added that to our known elevation, and then we took a rod shot, which we will subtract, or which we don't care about because it's a rod shot, so it's not something that we need to calculate because it's basically just a shot just to make sure that we know where we are if we need to come back in the future. So we just continued with our calculations and we came out to be about 0.025 feet off from our original location. So we just made a quick correction in one of our shots and then we came out with our corrected elevation. And that shows that we're fairly close to, with our level of survey, of getting back to the known elevation of where we first started. And this is used in the surveying field because like if you have a known elevation, you want to make sure that it's correct, so you do your own surveys to calculate that. And you'll see here, this is how you do it.
Yep, and this is Troy.
This is Justin, and thanks for
Watch
watching
our video.